Chronicles.
Hello boys and girls, gents and women, this is Brown Boy Chronicles, Season 5. A collective of 4 brown boys bringing you the latest updates about life, hot takes on music and fashion, mixed with some clown behavior, and overall just good vibes. Hope y'all enjoy and appreciate y'all tuning in. Enjoy, fam. Welcome to Brown Boy Chronicles. This is episode 4, Season 5. This is Harvey.
This is KB.
This is Lucky.
Bro, it's cold as fuck out, right?
It's been cold.
Today temp dropped. Nah, dog. It was like warm. Cuddle season's upon us now, officially.
Who you cuddling with over there?
Chill. I'm cuddling in my bed lately. I need to get me a body pillow, yo. Have y'all ever
Dude,
had one of those?
I was thinking about that too, like a couple months ago. I was like, yo, I need a body pillow.
Yo, they
too.
actually are fire. Like, I used to have one out in Cali. Like, they're actually nice. I heard those pregnancy pillows go hard, though.
Did you have a design of JM on it?
Nah.
Anytime I see body pillows, it's just always that anime shit, like for like dweebs a little bit. I've never seen a non-anime body pillow.
How many pillows y'all use when you go to sleep?
One.
Usually just one. Yeah, I always start off with like 2 and then transition to like 1.
I use 2 and I have it like on an incline kind of.
Do you have like a high-end pillow or is it like just like a basic one?
Just from Amazon, like nothing special.
Yeah, that's for the first time ever I bought like a high-end one. That shit went flat in like a week. I'm like, bro, I'd rather just stick to my Walmart like $5 ones. Or the Target cheap ones are actually pretty good too. I feel like they last like a significant amount of time. But I like to change my pillow up like at least like every 3 to 4 months, I would say.
Really? That's the least thing I've changed up. I feel like I always get more newer bed sheets. If anything, my pillows has always been my pillows.
Nah, dog. I need the right amount of like fluff.
No, I agree with that. It's so hard for me to find that right amount of fluff, so that's why I don't change it if I find the one that has the fluff that I like.
I feel like I can't just feel it. I have to sleep on the pillow to like know, like I can't just go into a store and buy a pillow like off.
Well, you know, like you're like you know, like this is my classic like Target one. Like I had a like whatever, like I knew like these ones were like worked for me. So like I would just run it back like every 3 to 4 months and just go get another one. It's like $5. Like if I'm in Target, I just throw that shit in the car.
This is so interesting. I've never even thought about buying pillow. I mean, I don't think I've ever bought a pillow. I think I just like whatever my parents have at home, that's what I use.
Bro, my parents are so bad with pillows. They probably haven't bought new pillows in probably like 15 plus years.
God damn,
that shit is like a bed sheet. It's not even a pillow no more. With how flat it's got.
Is it yellow as fuck?
Yeah, I mean they changed the sheets and shit, but like yeah, the actual pillow, I don't know what it looks like.
It's probably yellow as fuck from like natural like hair oils and stuff.
Probably.
Dude, I feel like I prefer those flat ones. The fluff ones, like I don't understand how you sleep on an incline, KB. That would fuck up my neck. My neck is already fucked up. Like I need it to be like kind of flat. Like when I'm thinking about it now, like I don't understand how you sleep on an incline.
It depends. I don't like, it's usually my head on the incline. Like it's not fully an incline, it's where it's elevated. And then the second one kind of supports it. So I'll have like the first one straight and then the second one like tilted. So
that might be why you snoring so much.
Yeah,
no, that's not why. That's not why. I have sleep apnea. What are you talking about? It has nothing to do with that.
Okay, does your mom ever come in the middle of the night to turn the machine on for you?
What?
Who turns the machine on?
I turn it on when I go to sleep. What?
I feel like every time we travel, someone else has to turn the machine on, or like you're just too drunk to do it yourself.
Yeah, maybe, but like, no, I'm usually chilling.
True.
Wait, you were out West Coast. How was the weather there? And then how's the weather in Vancouver?
Okay, so like last week when we were recording, you guys were like talking about how it's like fucking California weather here in the East Coast because shit was 70 degrees. Over there, like the 4 days that I was there, it was like raining every single day in San Francisco. And
yeah, that's rare.
Dude, it was so bizarre and it was so fucking chilly. Like, and I didn't pack properly. And then in Vancouver, it was actually really nice. So Vancouver weather was like, it was crisp, but there was no wind. And when it's cold out and there is no wind, it's actually fucking nice. Anytime like it's cold but there's wind, that's when it becomes miserable. I don't know if you guys ever noticed that, but whenever like it's like 30-ish degrees, because that's what it was, I think 30, 40 degrees, but there was no wind, so you just felt crisp. Like I don't
agree.
know. I just like I could breathe. Like I knew I was like if you know how Fiji is the best water? Like if there was like a Fiji equivalent of air, that's what I was breathing, even though it's just air out there. That's just like what I was going through, because we went through the jungles and all the like the mountaintops and shit like that, and I just felt clearer. Like
Yeah, I agree.
like,
I think you can feel a difference for sure, especially like air quality and all that. Like definitely when you're like out in the cuts or like in like more pure areas, that air definitely hits different.
Yeah, you know what's my favorite thing during the winter time? When you wake up, when you like go outside and like someone has like your neighbor or something has like wood burning, and that smell of like wood burning and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Dog,
the chimney.
wood burning is the worst smell in the fucking world.
No,
That
like,
shit
like from
stays
afar. No, not close. Like it's your neighbor's like house. They have their heat on, and they're burning wood or something, and it's going through the chimney, and that smell just fucking dude, it hits.
I don't live in the burbs to know that.
what do you mean? I feel like the smoke, like when you go to the fires, like it's not that bad. Like your clothes might smell like.
No, like it's fine like when you're there in the moment, but then when you come home, I don't like it. Cause that shit like just like lingers on for like a minute.
Oh, you're not like there in the fire, but it's just going through the chimney, and like the neighborhood kind of smells like this.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking like overall too. Like I mean, I fuck with bonfires and whatnot, and like roasting marshmallows and all that. Like this is the season, but like I just don't like that smell. Like lighting bonfires, especially in Cali, was like it was like a move. Like I don't know if you went out there, Lucky, like the beach that's like by Ocean, like Ocean Beach, like over by the one end of Golden Gate Park. Like they have like designated like pits already set up for like the public to use. So it was actually like a move like during COVID where you could go out, you just bring your own firewood. Like we bring like this fucking like pellets of it. And then you can just like set up and light a fire and whatever. And it's like perfect temp for, and you're by the water and stuff. So it's like the perfect temp for a nice fire.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get to explore that much of San Francisco, but like, I don't know, Vancouver, I could see like the way you're describing about San Francisco is how I felt about Vancouver, because we had more time to just explore out and I didn't have to actually work. And I could see like those like little hubs that you're talking about being made in Vancouver. I don't know if you guys ever been to Vancouver, but that shit is just so goddamn beautiful. San Francisco is all right, but like Samraj was telling me I needed to like go out into the cut, because we just stayed in the city a little bit more, and it's cool. But with Vancouver, like
San Fran definitely has its like pockets and stuff. That's kind of I feel like every time you go into Cali, you like never get to like actually properly see it, which kind of sucks. I mean, there's definitely a lot to see. Like you got to just hop on a bike and bike around, or you just got to hop on one of those mini yellow like you guys got those yellow cars. I don't know if you saw those. The like mini yellow cars, they're like a 3-wheeler, but then they put like a car frame on top of the 3-wheeler. They go like max speed like 30, 40, but you can just whip around like the whole city on those except the highway. And it's like the perfect way to like, it's like a faster way of like moped. Yo, oh fuck. I guess I shouldn't bring it up, but
say it.
Nah, the one Drake bar, like he was just like, yo, like I'm gonna call that bitch over, she got a moped to it or something like that. That shit was fire.
Jesus Christ. We're not talking about Drake again.
No, but like
is Drake always...
I was in Chicago, it's hella warm out there too. Like Thursday, Friday was like 70. Wednesday, Thursday was like 70, and then just dropped down to like 30. That's just tough. But I think global warming is like, I think it's playing a role. Like I think it's like winters are becoming more milder as we've progressed since our like youth.
Why is that? Is it like the global warming?
Yeah, so I mean, like I think global warming is definitely playing a factor, and like winters are more milder now out east and more north, like than they were when we were younger. Like I don't know, like in undergrad we got hit like pretty hard, I would say, right? Like maybe 50% of the time, like 2 out of the 4 years when we were in like college, we got rocked with like really bad winters, and then the other 2 were like moderate. But I think the last storm we had was like in 2000. Actually, I mean, I wasn't even out here. I don't know when was the last time y'all had out here.
And now, a quick word from our sponsors. Have you thought about starting a podcast but didn't know where to begin? If so, I'm here to tell you about this free tool called Anchor. Anchor allows you to create and edit your podcast from both your phone and the computer. On top of that, it distributes your podcast to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many other locations, so you don't have to do it manually yourself. And if you thought that wasn't enough, it also allows for monetization, so you can actually make money from your podcast. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. It's everything you need to make a podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
Wait, yo, real question though. Like going on global warming though, like do you guys, as much as you like we know it's happening and stuff, or like we like people have been talking about it that it might be a possibility that it's happening or it is, or like whatever debate's going on, do you guys do anything to like, I don't know, like combat that or like, you know,
Not
for
really.
the environment?
Bro, I feel like, I mean, I have that mentality where like, yo, I'm just one individual. Like, I mean, I don't think other people should have to share the same mentality as I do, because then our world will just go crumbling down like to failure. But I just have that mentality where I'm just like, yo, I don't mind if it gets warm like 1 degree more
Yeah,
in
isn't
my
that bad that
lifetime.
like I feel like the overall consequences that people have been talking about are gonna happen in like not a couple years, but like in probably not in our lifetime.
It won't happen in our lifetime.
Yeah, it
I
won't.
say like at least like maybe even like, I don't know if 1,000 years, but I'll say the hundreds.
But isn't that like I have no sense of like need to need to like advocate or like kind of help, which sucks. But like I wish I was more like that. But it's just if it's not directly affecting me, kind of type of stuff. Like I'm just it's not in my horizon.
I think a lot of people are like that internally. Like I feel like all these people that like advocate and like protest or whatever for a lot of this shit is just straight cap. Like I feel like at the end of the day, on the inside, most of us are more of like, yo, you're just thinking about yourself in the moment. I don't know what would make you want to think that far ahead. But like I'm different in terms of like wealth. Like I think about generational wealth, but like and like passing that shit along. But I guess at the same time, if I guess we don't take care of the climate, then that wealth is also just gonna obliterate too.
I think it's because like you don't get to see like your actions actually make a change. Because I remember at Nikhil's apartment, like Preeti, she's like very into like the environmental and conservative stuff. She was like cooking my ass for not having a recycle bin, and then Nikhil as well. And Nikhil's like, even if I did have a recycle bin, my like the building's trash like compound,
Exactly.
like it
Yo,
just combines everything.
have you ever had this conversation with like some Raj? Like when we fuck, what was that app that came out for a minute where you just hop on and just like talk to people, but like it's not video?
Clubhouse.
Yeah, Clubhouse. We were doing like daily Clubhouse things, and this one environmentalist guy came on there, and he like spit some knowledge. Like he was like into it, right? He says like right now we're still in the phase of like transitioning everybody's like mindset to behave in that manner, like yo, like training, like hey, I need to recycle, or I need to like you're just like shaping society and training it to like actually like do good and like make that separation. But that stuff's actually not being fulfilled. Like a lot of the shit, because he like knows how the back end shit of that shit works, and like he was saying that a lot of that shit just ends up going to like the same landfill, like recycle or trash or what it be or not. Like
It's because only certain type of plastic can be recycled.
we're not there we're not able to like the world is not able to process all that recycled material. Like the manufacturing, like the industry has not caught up yet to the amount that we can like our I guess putting out. So like it's more of just like kind of just setting us up for eventually that day when we can handle all that and able to like properly recycle things and blah blah. But he said right now it just goes to the same place.
I'm also pretty sure it's the big thing about that. I don't know. I might be wrong or something, but like I think I've watched a video or you read something on Google where it costs more to separate the plastics that can't be recycled versus can be recycled. So they just end up being all in the landfill because of the cost to separate all the stuff.
I mean, that's the same thing to say with like electric cars. Like I forget who I was having this conversation with, but somebody was spitting this fact that like electric cars, like in terms of like fossil fuel consumption, costs more, utilize more fossil fuels than making like a regular car. Like there's more energy going into creating the electric car or like electric energy than we're actually like saving. Like, yes, I think everybody's intentions are in the right direction, but from like a industrial or like, I don't know why I'm blanking on.
Well, in the short term, you have to use like the fuel, like, you know, to make the items that we will need for the future to have a sustainable future. So in the short term, you're going to increase the overconsumption of like fossil fuels and shit. But I think that the gamble is like we'll use a lot more in now, but down the road will be good because we put that fossil fuel into actual like change, like translational change versus just burning just the sake of burning. At least that's like my understanding of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like we have all the right intentions, but we're just not there in terms of like actually creating the change.
Well, the fucking government also needs to like kind of give you more incentives, like, you know, like I don't think I think it's like a trickle down approach, like from the government standpoint. I see both sides. Like it should be like fucking tackling from both angles. Like you yourself be aware, like I shouldn't like fucking litter. If I dropped a piece of paper or like a receipt on the sidewalk, I should pick it up. I think that's like the changing. I think the guy was probably talking about.
I think that's like, I mean, that's not even like being like, yo, I'm like pro recycler of the environment. I think that is just like you're just trained to like kind of like.
No,
be
that's
clean.
just being a decent
like,
human being.
Yeah, that's just being decent.
Yeah, so but it scales up. Yeah, that I mean it scales up. I mean that shit scales up though, dog. Like if you are not going to pick up something you dropped on the sidewalk, what makes you think if you had a fucking recycle bin in your apartment that you're actually going to take focus on like, okay, the plastic goes here.
I mean, I just think it's more work, and humans are inherently just like lazy beings for the most part. Like, plus me setting up 2 goddamn bins. Like I mean, thankfully, like out here, my trash comes on the same day. So like, I just throw that shit out on one day. So like, at least like, okay, that like, I had like hella trash, like from like just like bins and like when boxes just piled up, and they just put that all out like last week. And I thought it was all gonna go to the trash, but like, it actually didn't. Like the people actually just come on the same day. And like the trash people only took like what's actually like in trash bags. And like all the recyclable shit that was like boxes and like actual like recyclable material, like the recyclable people just took all that themselves. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, at least they made it kind of easy for me.
That's one thing I do. Like I drink a lot of water bottles or whatever, like, and I can probably go through a case in a week. So I just keep like a bin by me, throw all the empty water bottles, and then by the end of the week, I just throw I dump the bin into a recycling bin. And it's like that easy. I don't recycle everything possible, but like what I can, I do.
Yeah.
It's just crazy that like there's so much, like I advocate or like I support like these ideas of like, oh, we should do stuff for the environment, but it's just like no action on my part. you know, it's weird. It's like a weird dilemma because I want to do stuff, but it's like I don't know how to impact the world also.
Yeah, I think it's about just being like 1% better. Like, it's not like we're awful fucking atrocious people, like, and being wasteful with every little thing that we do. Like, I agree, like, Katie, like, I mean, yeah, like, I still drink out like plastic water bottles, but like, I usually just have like a one big 1 liter, and like, I actually like refill. Like, I haven't like made that switch to like glass because like, or aluminum because I'm not trying to do dishes. So I'm still like trying to like whatever. I'm in my plastic, and also I'll change this bottle maybe like once a week.
Also, some of the stuff becomes like you're trying to do good, but it also becomes inconvenient to you. Like the grocery stores taking away like plastic bags. Some of them, it's like shit.
I mean, that's what I mean. We're more lazy and like you're going more out of your way.
Dude, those fucking paper straws are so goddamn annoying. Like this, like I understand, like there is a plastic problem in the ocean, but I don't think you need to start from the goddamn straws to like fix this. Like
whoever creates like the more sustainable, long lasting like straw, that shit is gonna be next like money. You're gonna be raking it in. Like, cause yeah, the paper straws are not it.
What about silicone straws? Would that work?
I don't know, bro. I just like my straws to feel like a straw. I like paper straws just feel weird on the like my lips or like teeth, like when you suck on them. Pause. But
No,
then
because you got
also,
to use that shit within like 30 seconds
dude,
of them
yeah,
putting it
I'm like
in.
just a slow drinker. I just take my time with every fucking thing, and that shit becomes so soggy, and I start to taste paper when I suck shit. And then when it comes to glass straws, it just feels weird. Just I don't like that feeling on my teeth or my lips when I like pucker up on a glass straw. Like I just need
Where have
my
you gotten a glass straw? Oh, like in the
like people like something that's like a
recyclable.
wave. I remember some
Yeah,
girls
yeah,
in
yeah,
college
yeah.
like would carry around their goddamn metal or glass straw
Like it
to like
comes with the actual recyclable water bottle or like the aluminum water bottle,
no, people actually buy their own glass straws. So
and
like
just
when
carry
they
a straw around all day.
yes, mostly it's
What?
just girls. It's just girls.
Oh,
Like
fuck.
there's this one girl I knew, she did that. That's why like I'm just saying like it felt so weird. Those like metal straws don't feel good either. I just need my plastic straw. Like it
I don't
sounds
mind a
weird.
glass straw. Like I like that like hard texture, but
I don't, dude. It's weird. I like. I need that. I'm just so conditioned to that plastic shit. But,
I,
but I
I
agree.
I
Wait,
usually
what?
just sip out of the cup.
That too. That too. But sometimes like it's just better with the
no,
straw.
yeah. Sometimes you need a straw, dog. Like coffee and stuff, like iced coffee. I like that shit through a straw.
I mean, if you're on the go, you need a straw. You can't just open
Yeah.
lid of coffee, bro. That's just like
Well, actually, I like the new like cold brew. Like, have y'all been to like Starbucks cold brew or got the nitro cold brew lately or something like that, or like Dunkin', where they have those like curved lid things that like mold to your lips.
yeah, dude. Those things
Those
just
lids are
spill all over
fire.
me. I don't know. Maybe I'm not know how to like chug out of those. Like I was drinking out of those, and it just spilled all over my sweater. Then it looked like I had like fucking pee stains on my sweater. Like they made that shit one size, but not everyone has big ass mouths. You know, like
Dog, I mean, you can change the shape of your mouth to like make it fit better.
that. Like it's. I'm just so conditioned to like
This
nah.
dog is like trying to like shape his mouth right now in real time.
Like I'm trying to like I was like in the car when we were going to Vancouver, and I remember like drinking out of the ones that you're talking about, and then I didn't notice that it was spilling all over me because like my mouth is too small compared to that shit. I like the one with the little slit, you know, like the ones with the coffee, like hot coffee where they just have the little slit on the top. I'll do that even for cold shit,
I
but
have
like
more issues with those ones. I feel like they slip more than like the curved ones.
how? It's just a smaller slit.
I don't know.
The bigger slit, like yeah, you get more volume out of it, but like it's too much volume for my small mouth.
I feel like with the smaller ones, the lids don't like actually like clip on as well on those, and then they slip from like the bottom, not the actual hole. But I don't know.
This is some next level engineering like problems. Like we should like startup. Literally the way like some Raj talks is always like, there's a problem, there's gonna be a business.
Yeah, you gotta find a
Like,
solution.
shut
That shit's genius.
like the whole show is like, you know, businesses is just like problem solving. You know, there's a problem, you tackle it. That's just like tech industry. I was like, bruh, all right,
Bro,
God.
he's speaking facts.
I mean, yeah, it's just funny
It's a
because like,
dull way to like think about shit. Like, yo, how do I make this improve on this or whatever?
no, it actually is. I'm not denying it. It's just funny because I don't hear that type of like. I think it's just probably like the whole Bay Area, West Coast like mindset where I mean we need engineers to tackle these types of shit. That's just like how we get over like the advancement side of things. But it was just funny because
Okay, we'd like to take a quick break for the sponsor of this episode. This episode is brought to you by Single to Shaadi. Single to Shaadi is a community of marriage-minded singles looking for an alternative to the app scene when it comes to finding a true life partner. They cater specifically to South Asians living and working in the United States or Canada, and their approachable price point and relatability to their clients is what makes Single to Shaadi different. They are not your parents' matchmaker. Use code brownboy15 to get 15% off the intro package today. Alright, that's all. Now back to the episode.
never hear that shit out east.
Yeah, what about
Yeah.
like when you buy things too? Like, do you guys think of the environment then too? Like, it's not something that takes a lot of energy, you know?
Definitely not. I mean, buy like what? I mean, I
Buy,
feel like
like,
I'm not like
like-
too crazy with my spending or buying or like consumption overall.
Like if you're buying food, do you see if it's grass fed or if it's
Oh yeah.
vegan or like
I mean, when I was cooking, like yeah,
no
I would like to
GMOs
go.
or whatever.
I would like to go cage free, like eggs, Like, I don't know, because I found like places that were like healthy. I mean, so it just came down to convenience. Like I found a grocery store in Cali. That stuff is so easy to find. Like you don't gotta go out of your way because it is everywhere. So I found like grocery stores that are like reasonable price. You would just go there, and everything in that food in like whatever in that grocery store is already like that. So you're just picking and choosing, like, and it's all like grass fed. It's all like organic. It's all like relatively like on those. But I don't think like organic or non-organic also doesn't really make that much of a difference. I think it is all like marketing. Like Tyson be on some fuckboy shit. Like you don't know, you can't like trust that company.
No, I feel like
Have you ever watched that documentary or whatever?
Which one?
The Tyson one, like the background behind like meats and shit, and like the fucking corruption that is in the meat industry.
I
of,
feel like if I watch
America.
something like that, I won't be able to eat food for a little bit.
Yeah, I think they made us watch it in like school, but yeah, I mean, it's like I haven't watched like the full thing, like the most recent one, but I have watched one in the past. But like, yeah, it, like kind of sits with you for like a little bit, but then you just go back to like your old habits, like regardless.
I don't think I would eat meat if I had to like kill it myself, like the hunter gatherer
Yeah,
back. That
facts.
shit is just so wild to me. We're so removed from death or like seeing any of that shit and like coming prepackaged things. I don't even think this is like a live being at one point in time.
Dude, oh my God. One of my friends got some steak, I think, this weekend, and it was at a place where they like killed live cows like recently, or like at a slaughterhouse or something. And like they would just package it to me. I was like, I couldn't even do that. I couldn't go to a place where they like I know they're killing the cows and actively giving out meat.
Like a
I'd rather
butcher
just-
shop.
like a butcher shop or something like that. Yeah, like
I heard
couldn't do
butcher
that.
shop meat go crazy though, like because it's like straight, it's almost like farm to table.
Yeah, but it's like it's almost, to me it's like going in there, it's like I'm like killing the animal, you know, like that's what it feels like. So I'm like, yo, I can't do that. Like,
Do
I
you
have
get
to
grossed out like cooking meats and stuff? Like you know how like chicken, you can like kind of see sometimes like there's like blood on like the actual like raw chicken still, or like you can see like the actual like the structures, like you know what I mean? Like
the bones.
is that weird to you?
Not anymore. It definitely was at first, but like when I first, but
I think as soon as it like touches the grill, like it's all good. Everything like just disappears out of my head. Like once I see that shit grilled up, like I don't know, I just become like, yeah, I agree. Like when I'm first like touching it and stuff, it's weird. But
I do get grossed out if it's grilled and then you see like blood inside, like next to the bone or some shit. That's when I get grossed out.
I mean, how do you like your steak? Well, yeah, I don't eat steak, but how do you
well,
like your steak?
well done.
That's
Well
all,
done.
dude. Yo, I would say that growing up, and like my white friends would like kind of clown me because you're not.
Yeah, you
supposed
do
to eat.
get clown, bro. You're not supposed to eat that shit well done. You're supposed to eat
But
that
I
shit
don't
like
want
medium
red
rare
inside. It's
or,
just like a
rare.
mental block. I'm like, yo, why are you eating something raw? If you just go bite a cow, like if you really want some shit raw, like it doesn't make sense to me how it preserves like the, what is it called, medium or rare? Is it
Medium
called
rare, medium rare.
Yeah, that's
Rare is
fucking.
definitely like, yeah, that's the
Yeah,
most
that's
like
just
that's just
too-
blood.
Yo, stop. That's just weird. Like I
But
don't understand.
like,
Dude,
yeah.
also the taste, like when you're biting into like a medium rare or something, dude, it's like a metally, like from the blood, it's like a metally iron taste or some shit. It's fucking, I hate it. I hate taste, like, because you know what your like blood tastes like, so it's weird.
I don't really like steak, bro. Like we went to like good steak houses. Like it's cool. Like I get it. I've had it before, but like I feel like I've generally had better like chicken than I've had better steak. Like I feel like all steak just tastes the same to me.
Yeah, this again sounds
It's
so
just salty meat. Like I don't think there's actually a taste to like steak. Like I've tried steak. I just think it's like I'm like, yo, this is just salty, rubbery material. Like you salt that, you got salted nice and it tastes okay.
Yeah, this again sound sus, but like, have you ever got like an injury or something where you get a little bit of blood and you suck on it?
I knew you were about to say some shit like this. Yo, as soon as you mentioned it tastes like your own blood. Osmond has, have you tried your own blood?
It tastes good. Like, I don't know why.
That's why you
My
said
blood
it
tastes
tastes
good.
I do love sucking. Like if I get chapped lips and my lips are bleeding, I do love sucking on my lips because the blood taste actually does taste good.
good. Bro, what the fuck?
You don't think your own blood tastes good?
I don't know if it tastes good, yo. I mean, yeah, I've definitely tried my own blood. I wouldn't say it tastes good, but like
you
I
get like a
agree.
little paper cut and don't you like suck that bitch dry and like you don't like taste it?
Yeah, I have done that, but I'm not actively stopping that fucking bleeder with my goddamn lips or saliva.
You don't solder the cut with your
Like when
like
I had
mouth.
that like injury on my thumb and shit, that shit was oozing. Like I wasn't like fucking
Yeah,
just
that's
like.
a little excessive. I think what KB's we're
It's like a
talking
paper
about
cut or
it. Yeah, it's
something.
like paper, like a
Yeah,
very
I
small.
agree. Like when my lips get chapped and stuff, like obviously, like yeah, you like are like rubbing.
I'm just watching you smack your lips right now.
Looking that shit up for sure. But that's just like I don't know. It just naturally happens like that. But yeah, I mean, I guess yeah, I mean, going off of all this, like trying to be like good to the environment. What about like good to like rest of mankind? Like right now, there's a lot of like things happening in the world and been happening in I guess in the world. Do you guys advocate for those kind of things, or do you guys just like sit in the background? I mean, I agree. I think at the same time too, there's a lot of people that just like speak up. Yes, I like spreading and advocating is important too, but what are you actually doing? Like physically, are you making any difference rather than just spreading the word? Because yeah, you spread the word, you share a message and you repost something on Instagram. In like a week, people forget about that shit. Did you actually make a difference or do anything?
Yeah, this might be controversial. The people that repost and stuff, I feel like like it's just they're not doing anything because if I'm not seeing it from them, I'm gonna see it from someone else, and that's just what it is. Like you're in my head, they're not doing anything.
That's
Yeah,
what I mean. You're not physically, are you physically doing anything about it? Like, are you like donating to the cause? Or are you, yes, you're raising awareness, but raising awareness only gets you so far.
yeah. I feel like people, and even if you're not raising awareness, I feel like some of those people just do it because everyone else is doing it, type shit.
Yeah,
Like
I mean, there's definitely more
just
sheep
ride the
than there
bus.
are. Yeah, that's facts. Like, where do you guys stand with that shit? Like, and how do you pick and choose? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've definitely like reposted some things too. Like, when it came to like stuff that I guess I'm more passionate about than others.
Like the
And
farmer
also, is it
protests.
wrong to be more passionate about certain things than others? Like, if it comes to like a Sikh matter and like Punjabi culture,
I
it
feel this
hits
just
a
sounds shitty. Like,
different.
I feel like there's not that many things that like really like attract me. I think like the last true thing I really like cared about was probably like the farmer protests, like where like the Punjabi people in villages were like kind of hungry. I don't know why, like something about that just hit close to me, and I actually like kind of contributed to that, like sending money back to like Punjab and stuff like that. But outside of that, like I don't know, like I understand all these things are happening, but
Yeah.
it's just it
No,
does.
I think I'm on the same wavelength too. I feel like things that hit more home with me or like that are more close to my heart and like touch something deeper, then yeah, like I like care more. But when it comes to like overall the general gist of things and I don't physically see it, it's so much harder for me to actually like I guess like get involved or like kind of
I feel like that's how it
chase it.
should be though, right? Like if it's hitting home, you should advocate for it or and do something about it. Whereas like other stuff might not hit home, it's gonna hit home to someone else and they're gonna do it. And
Yeah. And
you can't spread yourself too thin to advocate for everything
because we
either.
can't change everything. Yeah, you got to pick and choose at the end of the day your battles and where you want to make a difference because you're not going to be able to change every single person's life that you come across. Like, I feel like as long as you're making a difference in at least some people's lives, like you're doing your like moral good.
I feel like
Like,
then you're also just not happy. You can't take on the world's worries on your own back. Like I feel like that's just not feasible. Like yes, the world
Dude, just
is
like what was it, Lenny just like really focused on the Indo-Caribbean stuff and like awareness on that. Like if you focus on like two or three things that you're really like into and like actually believe in, like I think it's way better because you'll put more energy into it instead of putting your like a lot of energy into like 20 different things.
yeah, I think you definitely make a greater difference that way. But it's just tough. Like, but then at the same time, like I don't know, like if I physically like see it and happening like in front of me, I'm usually like, okay, like yo, like if I see like a homeless person, like I'm usually pretty good about like giving them food, especially if like I'm out like and like I'm getting food. I'll usually throw like somebody a slice or like kind of not, it's not even that I'm going out of my way. I'll just be like, yo, like just add this item and then give it to them. I don't usually openly give money to a lot of homeless people that
I
I
hate
see like
giving
on the
money, too.
streets because like you don't know what that shit's going
I
on.
just remember in Pittsburgh when I think I didn't have cash on me, and I asked this homeless person like, "Yo, can you get me something?" I was like, "Yo, I don't have money, but I'll buy you food. Do you want like a sandwich?" Person like, "No." Like I just remember it's like, "No, I'm good." I'm like, oh, "Okay." What? I was just like kind of shook for a second. I was like, "What? You're asking for money and you don't want food? Fucking fraud."
Harvey, when I went to Cali to see you too, remember we went to that Italian place and they gave us like two meals each or whatever, and we had some extra meals, and then we tried giving it to homeless people outside like the hotel that we got, and they were like, "Oh, we don't want the food, we want drugs." Remember that shit?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, a lot of homeless people are just open about that shit. Yo, a lot of them like live like pretty good lives. Like, were you guys? Yeah, were you guys in DC when I had the whole Wawa situation happen?
No,
Oh, I went to
maybe.
Wawa and like there's one homeless guy and I was like with like Sim and all them like a bunch of other people and this is why like 3 4 in the morning and then like I was just in like a giving mood so I brought like 2 3 like people homeless people like that were just like right outside. I was like, yo, like y'all can order whatever y'all want and blah blah. Then I got into like this conversation with this one homeless dude. I'm like, dog, like what stops you from like being like homeless? Like, is there any restrictions? He's like, nah, I like chose, like it's my choice to be homeless. I'm like, what?
What did he
He's
say?
like, why would I like work at a minimum job? Why would I go and like work at McDonald's if I can make more money just like putting my hands out? I'm like, it was crazy to like actually hear that because I'm like, yo, like, what's stopping you from getting a job? Like, there's public access to libraries, there's public access to this. It's not that hard to go out and like apply and like, you know what I mean, start the process going and at least like making. But like, he actively was totally satisfied and happy being homeless. And like, he's like, yo, my life is good. I can pick up and go do whatever I want, whenever I want. And at the end of the day, isn't that what everybody's trying to go? Like, I mean, this is a conversation for another day in terms of like what defines success. But that is my definition of success. My definition of success is being able to do whatever you please, whenever you please.
Yeah, I think it just comes with a lot of like internal peace. But yeah, I think this is like a topic for another episode, which I think we should like kind of talk about it one day because like I feel like we'll all have like something unique to say to add on to that shit. But that is kind of wild though. I feel like, but when it comes to that type of mindset, like I can pick up and do whatever you want, bro. It's only gonna be within like the walking distance you're around. Like I like it's not like truly like you can do whatever you want. I feel like, but I don't know.
All right, so you guys want to do songs of the week?
Yeah, buddy. All right, start it off, KB.
Why do I always gotta start off?
All right, fine. I'll start it off. Goddamn. Yo, I don't even know if this is a song or if this is a meme song, but that Gadira Challenger by Bubblicious, yo, that should be going. The past 2 days, that's all I've been listening to. This shit has no business being this hard.
Who put you on, Samaj?
No, like I was
Oh,
just
you
randomly
found
on
it?
TikTok. No, it was on TikTok. Like I think then your cousin actually sent me a snap of it. And then it just randomly was on TikTok. And then I'm like, yo, what is this song? Then I listened to the full length version. Apparently, this is supposed to be a meme. Like this was a meme that turned into a song, which I didn't know. I thought it was an actual song. But the way the motherfucker says Challenger sounds
Yeah,
so
no, it's a meme. It's supposed to be like a troll song. It's like what they used to do, like what Just Rain on them used to do. They just make troll shit. Okay, so my song of the week, I'm gonna go back to Joji. Yukon interlude. I'm telling you, this interlude is fire. It's like slow at first, and then it turns into like a weekend type beat, like new weekend type beat. Like it's fucking.
I didn't know you
it's-
listened to Joji.
Oh, I listen to sad boy vibes all the time. It's winter time.
I'm
Come on, I
surprised.
listen to XXX. I listen to
No, I know, I get that. I just wasn't expecting Joji because like JP listens to Joji and JP just listens to like very weird shit.
you know, Joji has like hundreds of millions of like listens. Like he's such an underrated, not he's such a low key like hit maker for some reason.
Dude, I forget what other like Joji song I have that like yeah, right. I think that song is so fucking mellow, but the beat is so goddamn hard. And you know, Joji's fire.
All right, Harvey, what's your song of the week?
Hours in Silence, probably.
It's been 2 weeks, dog. Is Alan still in your mind?
That's all I listen to. Like haven't listened to single anything else. I just been going front to back. Nah, I guess I did listen. Young Blue dropped an album, and I guess hold on, I gotta go back to like.
I heard that album was good. I gotta listen to that.
Yeah, I think I'll probably go with Your Love Is Dangerous. Young Blue Lucky Day, because I was playing that in Chicago, so that song pretty fire.
Yo, if Bubblicious is not a actual song, I would go
It
with
is an
like
actual song.
no,
It is a
like
song.
I also been listening to Raf Sapera. The Snake Charmer song actually goes. That dude just reminds me of Trap Jazzy B, bro.
Yeah, I linked Harvey Rap like 3 years ago.
Huh?
I linked Harvey Rap like 3-4 years ago. Like we both were on it. I'm
Oh.
surprised you didn't know about Rap.
Rap Safari.
I feel like you guys never like bring him up, or like I don't know how you found him, but like actually I think it was on TikTok. Some dude was like reviewing his
Oh, the guy with the white turban. I know who exactly.
the,
who you're
yeah, he was like doing a review of Lil Kare. He's like, and you know how in that beginning of the song it's just like kind of like a boolean like beginning, then
yeah.
before it goes into like an actual beat. He's like, yo, this motherfucker trap Jazzy B, and then I wholeheartedly agreed with that because his voice actually sounds like Jazzy B too.
Yo, that man pisses me off. The guy that reviews, like with the white bug. Yeah, like it's something about him or the
Who
way he
is it?
talks. I don't know, dude. It's like just when you're scrolling at TikTok.
I
it's
think
like,
I know who you're talking about though. He kind of like chubby, right?
a little bit, yeah. But he be pissing me off the way he be talking and stuff. But listen to Glossy Rhythm. That shit's fire.
I did. I love when the end when he goes through like all the liquors, like Hennessy, or all the ones, and he's I forget the line because I listened to it 2 times yesterday. But so the 3 songs I added from his like catalog yesterday because I found him out yesterday is Lil Kare, Snake Charmer, and Glassy Rhythm. Snake Charmer is actually fire. But all right. This has been another episode of Brown Boy Chronicles.
Where
We'll
can
see
people
ya.
find the playlist?
What?
Where can people find our like songs of the week playlist?
It's on Spotify, and it's like in our link tree.
I feel like we should like plug it at the end. Wait, do we plug it?
Yeah, I mean we say like link tree, right? KB, like in the outro.
Yeah, I believe so.
Or all right. This has been another episode of Brown Boy Chronicles. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Thank you for watching the Brown Boy Chronicles. We appreciate all the support you guys give us. All of our episodes can be found on every streaming platform. If you guys want to follow us on any social media, it can be found in the episode description. Also, if you guys have any business inquiries, please feel free to email us at brownboychronicles1@gmail.com. Thank you.